Whoa! Hey!
What up?
What up? What up?
What's up? What the dilly?
Yes. Welcome to Thursday night. Welcome to the watch party of the Hit List Podcast Network. Stop making me laugh. I'm sorry for everybody out there. Sydney is chewing in a very vicious and aggressive manner. That was aggressive and vicious. I'm your girl, Lorena. What's up?
I'm Chewy, aka as a Kiwi.
I'm Ryan St. John, and welcome to the watch party.
And I'm your girl, Lydia.
Hey, okay. Buckle up, everybody. Tonight, we are going to be reviewing DC StarGirl, episode 10.
What's going on there in your corner?
I'm buckling up.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
I thought you was picking off like
this?
fairies from your shoulders.
That's what it looked like. I thought he had bugs in his house.
Okay. We're going to be reviewing tonight DC StarGirl, episode 11, Brainwave Jr. We've been waiting. Last week was a special Hamilton week, so we didn't get to talk about it last week. And double feature, we're going to be reviewing episode 11, Shining Knight. Please roll that clip.
You dragged my daughter into this insanity.
Yeah, that's it. It's over.
Mom wants to leave Blue Valley today.
This is literally the most dangerous place in town.
Yo, firstly, because that's called a clip. First, let me thank you again to Asa Kiwi for suggesting that we watch this show. And for me, the show just keeps getting better and better week after week. I'm like,
agreed.
Yo, like this is a superhero show on the CW. Okay, we learn in episode 10 that no one is immune from death. So let's get into it. Finally, so Barbara from the last episode to this one, she stumbles into the basement while Court is holding the glowing cosmic staff. Finally, she knows what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Finally, she knows what's going on. And I breathe a sigh of relief because they've been trying to tell her, not they, Pat, since like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
How does I feel? That she finally knows.
Yeah, it's like, come on. It's like, everybody in the house, can we finally be on the same damn page? It's the damn mother and the wife of the main character. She has to know what's going on. People are dying in the town, and she's right there under the main villain. Like, come on, let's get the show started.
Yeah, and her reaction was exactly what it should be as a mother. You're endangering my child, and you're not doing this. Like, this is crazy. So, her reaction was right in terms of how she responded.
But I don't know. Yes, her reaction was, what a mother would do. But I felt like it was extreme, like really quick. She was like, pack your bags, we're leaving. I'm like, wait, what? So as it's going along, I don't know, like things that she's saying, her demeanor, I was like, does she know more? And she's just been covering it up. Because when she was like, pack your shit, let's go, I said, that's not normal. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what's going on? Yeah, and she went from dumb blonde to, okay, so blah, 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 and this, that, the other, and this is what we're going to do, and blah. And I said, no, something's fishy here. It's not right.
Yeah. I don't give it that much credit. I don't give it that much.
I mean, I just thought about it. Like, I don't know, but I just felt like, I don't know. Is she really dumb blonde?
Well, one other thing, during that conversation when they're talking about what's happening, Barbara reveals what Pat has been saying all along, that Starman, he's not your dad. He's not your dad, right? He's not Courtney's dad, right? And for me, I feel like Pat should get like Stepfather of the Year award because he's been covering for Courtney, right? He takes the blame for everything because Courtney's been the one like pushing this. Like Pat's been like, you need to sit down. I
said it from the beginning. She bratty. She don't listen.
So Pat, then he takes the blame from everything, right? So much so that Barbara tells Pat to like get out the house after learning that Courtney wasn't in a car accident. Like, what do you think of like Barbara's reaction to that, and how would you have reacted learning this information, Brian?
Sorry.
Sydney, go ahead, say this.
Next,
Sydney. I'm sorry, everybody. Brian was not ready. He had his mouth open like he wanted to say something, but no words came out of his mouth. So we are moving to executing.
He said so much, it went in and then it went out. I went somewhere else. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You here with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, come on, let's go.
I'm sorry. What's the question again?
What's the question?
All right. What I was saying is Pat has been, he's like stepfather of the year. Like, he just takes all the blame. Like, Barbara's like, forget you. After she learns that, Courtney wasn't in a car accident, and she tells him to get out the house, basically. Like, you got to go. So what do you think of Barbara's reaction, and how would you have reacted, like, learning this information for the first time?
Well, I can't speak to being a mother, but I don't blame her reaction. That's her child. Like, you bold-faced lied. The child almost died several times. You only talked about one time because she only knows about the car accident, but that's her child. And so you're in a marriage. This is your partner. Something happened to the child, and you lie and you cover it up. Even though she wasn't ready to have a conversation with him, he should have did what he had to do. If he wasn't able to talk to her in those instances where he tried, every night he's sleeping next to her, be like, okay, this is what's been going on. Like, he owed her that, not for her to discover what's been going on. And so, of course, she's going to be more upset because she discovered it instead of them coming to her.
Yeah. He was not the adult in the situation. He let a child dictate him being a responsible adult and also being a husband. So, and to the extreme of the fact that Sydney's right, you staged a car crash,
right,
and then made it seem as though you were in a car crash with her. You had her nervous and anxious about her child when none of that happened. And her child was in danger and you staged a car crash. Like, that's deep and that's serious. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just thought of something. And the loyalty first is between man and woman.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then child.
Yeah.
And so there's no secrets from your partner that you keep with a child. So his first reaction or first thought should have been, it's me and your mom against everybody else. And so he was wrong in keeping that huge secret.
Huge secret.
Huge, no matter what the child says. It's like, that's your partner.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I just tell you that I love Mike? Because, he was like, you're my dad. Of course I'm coming to sleep with you in the garage.
Yeah.
Like, I love the kid that plays Mike. Like, he is spot on with like everything. But that for me, like, really touched me because he was like, what do you mean? Like, you're my dad. Like, you going to the garage? I'm going to the garage. So I just want to throw that in there. I love Mike. Okay, all right.
Too bad I think he's going to die.
Stop.
You do?
I'm sorry. I just had to add that.
Why?
I don't think he's gonna die, but I do feel as though something
is gonna happen.
I think something is going to happen.
They are building. They keep building and building and building, and so something's going to happen when the villain mentions your name.
Like that.
Yeah. And people die on this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
People do die on the show. Yeah.
Listen, let's go on to Brainwave. Let's get into it, right? He's awake at the hospital. He learns that his son Henry has a gift, but Henry keeps hearing his dad's thoughts, which caused him to what? Go back to those daggone VHS tapes that's in the closet. I'm like, yo, why is the VCR still working? That thing has to be like super.
It wasn't
old.
even a VCR. It was like an 8-track VCR.
Yeah, some like really old, antiquated thing. So Henry hears his dad on tape saying that his wife is dead, just like that, right? His wife, who he met at a bank heist, was someone who stunned Brainwave with her pure thoughts to a degree that made him question Jordan and the larger mission. But it's revealed that Jordan led the JSA to them and the ISA killed them, including what? Mary's brother, Starman.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
The plot thickens.
Everybody's interconnected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like
And
relations. I mean, I was just like, what is happening? So Henry, at the time, Henry, I'm like, is Courtney's cousin?
Like what?
So that's one big reveal.
Kiss.
What?
I said, good thing they didn't kiss or date.
You never kissed a cousin?
No.
I'm just asking.
Not in that sense.
Just asking.
What you doing, Sid?
I just asked.
I mean, this is not that show.
Nothing.
This not that show.
You asked like it was. What's the problem?
Yeah.
It happens in everybody's family.
No.
Don't try and read into it. Just ask the question.
All right, so we know that Henry is a blood relative of Starman, right? So in a bit of foreshadowing, Brainwave says that he knew Mary would never forgive him for the death of Starman, and he hoped that she would go into hiding, but she didn't. And there are no more good thoughts to be found. Mary is dead. Let's put a pin in that for later, because that was some foreshadowing.
Okay.
Right. What's up with the cosmic staff doing its own detective work after trying to like wake up Courtney?
I'm so damn pissed at that cosmic staff.
No. What is
if he doing its own thing. Now we gotta watch the cosmic staff. It's a character. What the cosmic staff do in this episode?
The cosmic staff is always a character. It has its own personality.
Yes, I know, but it's doing its own thing. It's solving crimes. It's beating people up.
I don't know how many more episodes we have left, but they're gonna need to explain that staff before the season finale. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
So the cosmic staff is like Detective Dog. It goes to Pat's bulletin board with the ISA suspects. It's looking. It sees Icicle. Then it goes. It knows that Jordan is at the hospital. It goes to the hospital when Jordan is paying Brainwave a visit and tries to like take Jordan out. Help me.
I'm so glad you said that because I don't know. I missed like 10 seconds, and then I saw Jordan with the staff, and I said, how he end up with the staff? Where the staff been? How he end up with that? So I didn't know that that's what had happened. I didn't know that that's what happened. Now it makes sense.
They have to say that the staff is possessed with somebody with a soul. It can't be just mechanical.
Right.
It has to be.
No, I don't think. I don't think it's mechanical. I think it's like. Yeah.
But I mean, in the comic books, it's mechanical. Period. Point blank.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And you're able to wield it through your DNA. So it's structured to the DNA of the family line.
Got it. Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
But it's not. They're going way off to the left on this show, so we don't know what it is.
Yeah, because it went to Courtney's bedroom. It was like, hey, girl, wake up. And Courtney was like, get back in your crate. And I'm like, what? And then it goes to the hospital. So basically,
it's like a dog.
It's a dog. It's a dog.
Yeah.
Lorena said Detective Dog.
It's a dog.
Like, what is happening? And it tries to like take out Brainwave and Icicle, and then it gets captured, right?
Yeah.
So okay, back to Barbara and Courtney. So Barbara again tells her that Starman is not her father. She tells her we're leaving Blue Valley. Then while at the office, she emails Courtney's real dad, Sam Curtis. You think Barbara made the right decision, like contacting Courtney's dad after all this time?
Yeah, because Courtney's a little brat and Courtney needs a rude awakening. I'm sorry. I thought I liked the girl at the beginning. She's
right, and maybe she did that because maybe she thought, oh, if she knows that this is her real dad, she'll stop all this nonsense.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm listening. Yeah, but I'm like, so why you? They introduced the Sam. The Sam don't give two shits about Courtney. You know, he don't care. And it's like, okay, why'd you introduce him? You know, I mean, I'm sure that it'll develop at some point. But I was just like, oh my God, Sam's here. He's like, I'm your dad. But then that whole scene with him and Pat, and he was like, yeah, I ain't coming back here. I was like, dude, what the hell did you come here for?
Well, he came because he retrieved something. So
right.
He retrieved the necklace, and clearly that necklace means something, and they're going to go back to that part of the story.
Well,
so,
That's the necklace is worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
He came there because
he's broke.
He's broke, and he has the other half of the necklace. He has the other necklace. There was two of them. He knows that his necklace is worth money, and Courtney's necklace is worth money. So everything else that he said to Courtney was basically a lie, like coming to visit and all this kind of stuff.
Dad ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Yo, all he wanted was the necklace. And I'm sorry, for me, looking at Courtney's face, with her realizing why her father was really there, and then her giving the necklace, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
That truly broke my heart. But wait a minute, for me, again, I'm going back to Pat. Pat was like, yo, don't come around here no more. Don't come around here no more. I care for this girl. And he knocked the shit out of her. The shit out of her. It's like, don't you know how much she loves that locket?
Mm-hmm. That's when he got Father of the Year for me. That's when he really solidified that I'm your father. I'm your dad. Through thick and thin, all the BS, it's me. I'm your father.
Exactly. And I'm here. Mm-hmm. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Taking hits for Courtney, because the reason why he in the doghouse is because he kept her secret from the mom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he gets Dad of the Year for sure.
All right. So while Pat goes to the office because he's like, Barbara's in the most dangerous place in Blue Valley. He runs to the office, but Pat shows up. He's at Barbara's office, and who shows up? Jordan and his damn parents. I mean, where did he come from? Why
that relationship is so crazy to me. It's like like him and his parents is just like, what is happening with these?
But why were they at the office? They just came in.
They can't speak English. Right,
because at this point they don't know anything about them, right? And so they're just going there, like so. All three of you trying to seduce the mother? All three?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And she's married?
Jordan don't care. He about to kill all of them to get Barbara.
And we'll talk more about Courtney's father, Sam. That's right. It's actually episode 11. We're getting ahead of ourselves. But we're gonna talk more about Courtney's dad, Sam. But you know what I really loved? Barbara, when the parents spoke in Norwegian, because they have a habit of speaking in a foreign language, which is disrespectful and rude.
That's so rude.
They're rude. They're rude.
And they don't translate it after.
So nobody says anything? No one, like they don't say, what your parents say? What she said? Nobody says that?
That's why I like
we only got
and that's why I have to agree that Barbara knows more than what she's leading on to, because for Barbara to have gone to the app and the translation app to translate what they were saying means that Barbara knows that what Pat is saying, there's some history there that she can relate to. And that's why she's packing everybody up and leaving, because you don't just, who goes to their app and say, you know what, let me keep this on translation because these people keep talking in a different language and I need to know what the hell they're saying because they could be talking bad about me. Who does that just automatically randomly?
I was so surprised to learn that she recorded the parents. I was like, when did she get so savvy?
Yeah.
But that's why I said she went from dumb blonde to investigator. All of a sudden, no.
Well, no, she's not dumb blonde to me in the sense of she's not smart. She's dumb in terms of not noticing what's going on in her
house. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean.
But she's smart at work. She's smart in deducing stuff in her surroundings outside. So when she did that, she was already skeptical, or not skeptical. She had a notion that something's going on. She doesn't know she's caught in the middle. She doesn't know what to believe. And so her guard is up. And so when these people come in, just like her instinct is like, boom, let me record. And so it wasn't out of character for me. Like, she's a dumb blonde, now she's smart, in a sense, if you get it.
I don't know.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I know what you're saying. She can't pick up the fact that the boss has been hitting on her from like day one.
No, and I don't.
Who said she ain't get it?
No, but I don't mean in the sense that
Go ahead, Liz.
She's not intelligent. I mean that when I say dumb blonde, all I mean is that she's just been like oblivious to what's happening, in the house and stuff like that. Not that she's not intelligent. She a woman. If she starts to feel like, what? She gonna start, let me go and look for them receipts because I know she's gonna do that. So I'm not saying dumb blonde like she's stupid. No, I'm saying that she's been acting like she's oblivious to things happening and going on. At least that's what, has been portrayed so far.
Yeah, she always gave Susie Homemaker, like, let's bake a cake and cookies, and I'm going to wear some white, and I'm going to have an apron on, and come on, let's all go to school, and let's paint the fence white. That's all.
Right, right until something happens. Nothing has happened in the home for her to act any other way. So now there's a little disruption in their normal pattern. So now we're seeing her other traits, which is now she's Nancy Drew.
Yeah. So we learned in the translation that the Norwegian parents were saying, once the machine is on, everything will change. And I think in a way they was alluding to Barbara. Like,
they already said that. They already said that she'll make a good wife or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or something, they said.
Yeah, that's why they've been encouraging him to pursue her.
All right, so Courtney and Henry. So Henry like tracks down Courtney. He tells her everything by touching her, right? Via telekinesis, that his dad is awake, his mom was Starman's sister. And at this point, Courtney's still thinking that Starman is her father. She's like, you're my cousin. And then he tells her, because Courtney doesn't know where the cosmic staff is, that Jordan has the cosmic staff and that his dad doesn't remember the past 10 years. And he thinks that his dad needs to be saved, believing that his mom was in the midst of turning him good, right? So then after a lot of arguing with the team, Rick and Yolanda and Beth agree with Courtney that they all need to work together, even with Henry, to get the staff back and save his dad. So what do they do when they get to the tunnels? They split up, as everybody should in a group. When you're about to fight some people that you've never fought before, it's a good idea for all of us to split up.
And you only got one black person on the show, so the black person is the first person they're gonna get.
And she ain't really got no power. She's
no, and she can't run fast.
She sure can't.
So Beth and Rick stumble upon Solomon Grundy, and I'm just gonna tell you, I wanted to slap the shit out of Rick. Like, this kid and his ego, I was so annoyed by him.
It's not an ego. He has a revenge. He wants to take revenge. It's not ego. He has his whole reason for getting into this is revenge. Mm-hmm. So that's his. Now you see the person who killed your parents. I want revenge. This is what I've been waiting for. This is why I joined this whole team, to attack this person. And I have the strength and the power to now fight this person. So this is what I'm going to do now, because I see you. You're physical. You're in my face now. So I don't think it was arrogance, but
But the thing is that his power is only for a specific amount of time. So when he Solomon,
he had thinking about that at that time.
No, but he had time today. He had time,
and he got an hour of strength.
Yeah, he had about 45 minutes. He had about 45 minutes. He had time.
Yeah.
Listen, I was just
but you got to get the door open first, and that wasn't happening. You ain't that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's Solomon Grundy. I guess if the door is strong enough to hold Solomon Grundy, then obviously it's a very powerfully built door, whatever. But I was still annoyed. I was like, yo, dude, Beth was like, we are not here for this. What are you doing? I don't know. He irks me. He's
a kid. They all young. They don't listen.
You mean like how Courtney irks me?
Right. Yes. That's what I'm saying. They don't listen. I said it from the first episode. They don't listen. They do whatever. They think they know everything. And he has not matured past I just want revenge. He's not thinking of the team still. Like he just is not operating in that sense.
But they're all not operating as a team, though. They collectively come together and they do missions. But when they're actually on the mission, they're doing individual things. They're still not working as a team.
So while this fool is trying to open the door for Solomon Grundy, you got Courtney
to fight.
You got Courtney, Yolanda, and Henry fighting Dr. Ito and his zombies. But one thing before we talk about the fight. Y'all was dying. Cindy was in the jail like, let me out.
She was like, I want to kill her. I want to kill her.
If they would have let her out, the party would have been done. She would have wiped them all.
Yeah, she would have wiped them all.
She would have wiped them all.
I said, get into the fight.
Oh, that was epic. It was so good. I love to see it when a show comes together and you have all of the players fighting and it's the choreographed well and the effects are on point. That was what I was waiting for. Like they've been showing it in the promo since the show started. And so for now, we finally get to see the fight. We get to see King Cobra, Dragon King unleashed. Yeah, we get to see him unleashed. We get to see Wildcat do her thug fizzle. We got to see everybody do the thing, and we got to see Courtney without the staff. No joke.
Yeah. And she held her own.
Yes,
without the staff, she was good. Yeah.
I actually got chills watching Henry fighting with the team. I was like, yes, I love it. He's gonna join the team.
He was like,
he's gonna fight with the team. Like they actually made the three of them a really good trio, and they pissed Dr. Ito off because he took that mask off and was like, hey.
No, it got knocked off.
I get to see that in his face.
It got knocked off.
You're right.
But the MVP for me was Yolanda.
Yes,
she was Wolverine. She turned into this is Marvel.
Yeah. She did,
and she saved. Was it Courtney's life? She saved.
Yeah, she saved Courtney.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she saved Courtney. Yeah.
She saved Courtney, and she released the cosmic staff from the little thing they had it in, and those three were fighting well together. I was happy about the fight scene. So then we learned that Brainwave has his memory restored. And he doesn't want to do or be good. And he wants
he's
Henry.
An evil bitch. Evil.
He wants Henry to join him. So really, the kids are running.
Well, he doesn't get his memory restored yet.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't restored. He
was missing the last 10 years.
Yeah.
No. Dr. Ito restored his memory.
Not until the next episode.
No, his memory was restored. His memory was coming back. It wasn't fully restored, but his memory was coming back.
I thought it was until the next episode.
Right. It's fully restored in the next episode.
In the next episode, it's fully restored. Yeah. This one, it was coming back.
That's
like he remembered.
That's what I said.
Remembering certain things. Yeah.
Right.
The same thing, Brian.
Yes, we both are saying the same thing.
Yes, we're both on the same page.
He remembers enough to know He remembers enough to know that he don't want to do good or be good. That's it. He don't want to do that. And he wants his son Henry to join him.
Right.
Yes, come to the side of the force, Luke. Come join me.
To the dark side.
Step into the light.
So Henry has a choice to make. Is he gonna be with his father? Or is he going to run? And as you see, Henry's like, yo, let's get the hell out of here. Like they are running. At the end,
I think it's also because Henry didn't realize how dark his father was. So when Henry was trying to use whatever newfound powers that he had, he wanted to do good. So now that he's discovering how evil his father could be or could have been from watching the tapes and everything, he doesn't want that life. Like he wants his father to be on the good side, So I kind of really felt bad for Henry because he had to make a choice because his father told him you had to make a choice.
Right. And you saw at the end, they were all trying to escape and they are there by those bars. Right. And so some of them get out, some of them don't. And Henry makes a choice.
Henry helped him get out.
Right. And he makes a choice to stand and fight. But then we learn that it was Henry's father and not Icicle that killed the mom, Mary. That like his dad chose the ISA over his family. And he's like, yo, I'm about this bad guy life, Henry. Not about the good guy life. And what happens?
Yeah, because I mean, Henry had used his brain power to make the bars stretch out to let Courtney and everybody else get outside, and then his father closed the bars back to trap him,
right?
Because he knew that one person would have to stay back behind to deal with his father, and he felt like, well, I could stay back to deal with my father because I could probably convince my father to come from the dark side and come to the light side because once again he underestimated just how evil his father was.
Right.
So
go ahead, Brian.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying he still held out hope that there was a little bit of good in his father.
His father.
It's his dad,
Yeah.
And his father finally started to show some kind of love and caring towards him. And so he had never had that in his childhood. And so that was the glimmer of hope that he was hoping to pull out of his father, but he doesn't know his father. He didn't know. And his father already said people are monsters.
Yeah.
People are monsters. And so no.
And when he found out that his father killed his mother, then he realized
there's no hope. There's no hope.
There's no hope because his father doesn't care about anybody. And
the
then
woman he
found out
it's like
his son was the person he loved.
Okay, let's get to it. His father made a choice again. Like, hey, I made that choice before. I'm about to do it again. I'll do it again. And what does he do? He kills his son. Did you expect that?
He said, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out.
Okay.
I didn't expect him to kill him. No. What I thought was going to happen, I thought that maybe somehow Henry's power would have, since he's younger, would have been able to be strong enough to kind of subdue his father or something like that to allow him to escape. I didn't expect the whole building to be crushed down on the boy. I felt bad for him.
The father has decades of experience, and he's a grown-ass man. You know how to use that power. Henry barely just got it yesterday. He don't know what he's capable of.
Yeah, I mean, what was your reaction watching Brainwave reveal that he killed his wife and now he just killed his son?
My reaction was more so on the fact that he killed the son and how he killed the son. Like he dropped an entire damn near building on him. Like my jaw dropped while I was watching that. I couldn't believe it when I saw it.
It was messed up because again, he said like, look, if it's the mission up against my family, I'm gonna choose a mission and world dominance. I'm just gonna choose that. That's messed up. Your son, okay, the wife, all right. Not that it's good, but
Yeah,
I could get another one.
Your son, this is your flesh and blood, and you were like, nah, I choose world dominance. Goodbye.
I mean, I was shocked. Like, I honestly did not expect the episode to end that way. Like, I was like, okay, the bar's gonna get open again, and he's gonna get out. Something's gonna happen, and when his dad was looking at like, I don't give a fuck about this life. When he dropped, like, like he didn't just break his neck, like it was like really gruesome the way he killed him. Like I was like I'm shocked because Henry was also a main character.
Well, that was my thing. I that's part of the reason why I was shocked so much is because they spent so much time these past few weeks building up Henry's character for us to just be like, huh?
Yeah. I think that is the beauty of it. They build him up. They gave him so much development so that he really felt the weight of his sacrifice.
Where you're like, oh, shoot.
Yes,
it's like Game of Thrones.
Right, because the other guy, magical guy, I forget, the wizard, when his son died, we didn't really feel it like him. It's like they just showed him an episode or two ago, and then he dies here. It was messed up. But no, Henry, we got to see his whole arc. We got to grow with him. We got to see him change and mature. And so when it was time to take him out, we're like, oh my God, you want to shed a tear. So I think that was the beauty of Henry's character. But it's a comic book show, and in comics, people never really die. Not to say that Henry will come back, Junior, but anything is possible.
Right.
With come back as Cement Man?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's coming back, but anything is possible.
It could,
Yeah.
You know what I did like? I love that at the end when Henry kind of knew this was like, I'm going. He kind of realized that he was going to die or fight to the death. He looked at Yolanda and he said, "I'm really sorry."
I thought that he was going to touch Yolanda,
and I think he
and show Yolanda. I thought he was going to show Yolanda what really happened.
Oh,
yeah, the same way when Courtney touched him and I'm like, tell Yolanda you didn't do it, but I guess he did do it. Reveal the picture.
But I could have sworn that it was Cindy.
Did
no, we assumed. Did they say that she did?
Because they didn't say. We just assumed we did
because she's evil.
Also because we saw her on the phone sending something and then putting it down when the whole thing happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sid.
No. I'm good.
All right. Let's. We gotta get to another episode. We talked about it a little bit. Let's rate this episode. I'm gonna give it a 5. They got me at the end. I was not expecting it to end the way it did. 5 for me. What about you, Lid?
Yeah, I will give it a 5 too. I liked how, I'm sorry that Henry's gone, but that was like oh dang, I didn't expect that, so I was like, oh, okay, they serious about this. So 5.
Okay, sorry, yes. And Brian?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
No, I'll give it a 5.
Okay.
Because they killed Henry right. That was a good killing.
Last but not least, Asa Kiwi, Sydney.
I see. I know the producers are gonna get on our case that we rate everything. Every episode is great, but this episode it was a 5 for me. It was a 5. It was everything that I needed.
Okay. All right. Now on to episode 11 of DC StarGirl, Shining Knight. Please roll the clip.
I'm Courtney's father.
I don't believe you. That's not my dad. He can't be. I put all of us in so much danger.
All right. So in the last episode, the team witnesses, we just talked about it, Henry being murdered before their eyes by his own father. I was actually really happy that at the end, Henry turned out to be a good person. How did you feel seeing Henry choose the team over his father? Sid.
It was a great end of an arc for a character. We watched him develop, and so I applauded everything with Henry in this. You know, it was superbly developed character. We hated him, we liked him, we cheered, we cried. What more can you ask for with a character?
Yeah. How'd you feel, Lynn? Henry choosing the team over the father.
Oh, yeah. I love how, a show or a movie can take you through the emotions. You hate them 1 minute and then they develop and you're like, oh man, they were really good people. They were really good people. So I was like, dang, it would have been nice to see how he worked with the team. But I think it was good, like, oh, now we got to really pay attention because they taking out sort of main characters. You know what I mean? So now I'm paying attention.
Brian?
I don't know if I looked at it as the team per se versus good and evil. But either way, I thought it was great. I'm glad he didn't go by the side of the father because you never would have known. Like the character could have went either way, and the fact that they split it and had his character go good versus the father being as evil, because the father's full blown evil. We find out in this episode. So I was just, it was sad, but hey.
And I was actually happy that Henry had his redemption at the end, right? He died in front of the team because you saw how they looked. They were shocked looking at Henry and his father like, yo, is Henry's dad gonna kill him? And when he kills him, they're like standing there like in shock. Henry basically saved them because they couldn't have gotten out of those bars.
They needed that wake up. Unfortunately, like this is not a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you kids just stumbled onto all this weapons and equipment and power and plot. Like this is real. And so it's like, wake up. Listen to what Pat's been saying all this time. This is real.
Right. Okay. Even though we talked about it a little bit last episode 10, we're now introduced to Sam Curtis, Courtney's real dad. What do you think about him? Like, what do you make of him and the truth around why he really came to visit?
All I know is good for the little brat. Because what an awakening for her. That was a good rude awakening for her. I'm sorry. I said my piece. Go ahead, Sid.
Oh my God, are we talking about The View here, or are we talking about StarGirl? I got confused with Megan McCain for a second. Anyway, I think that they had to tie up a loose end, and that was a perfect, bow tie on this. Who is her father? Is her father Starman? Is her father not Starman? Like it's been dragging, so now. They bring him in. They talked about it. It's revealed. Okay, let's move on. We got many other characters that were waiting to come on the show and other people's origin to flush out. So let's get that mystery solved and on to the next.
But it's like for me,
I think we all talked about it a couple of weeks ago where either you, Lydia, or you, maybe even you, Lorena, said that we didn't think Starman was the father. Yeah.
Right. But it's like, where the hell has Sam been all this time since the Christmas that he didn't come? Like,
where's any father been? Most fathers. Who's fathers in most people's lives? They all disappear. I digress.
I'm like,
okay.
That's another show, Brian. Another show.
Maury, do the paternity test. What? Moving on. Okay, so we know that Pat punches the shit out of Sam. He's like, "Hey, yo, don't ever come around here again. Don't bring yourself around." So we know that basically he exits.
Well, no, you have to give the context of why Pat punched him, though.
So he punched him obviously because, you know, Sam only came because he wanted Courtney's locket. So he's having this conversation with Courtney, and he's like, "Yeah, I want to get this place so you could come visit, but the problem is I don't got no money." Guess what?
I don't got no money.
But guess what? That locket you wearing around your neck turns out it's worth a lot of money. And I don't
It looked like it was an expensive locket, though. It looked real.
But he's like
$2.
I'm gonna need that locket right there. I'm gonna need that right there.
That locket, because I don't have
I'm gonna
money.
need that.
So you could come visit. And I was like, A plus B is CZ.
How did the father know that she still had that locket? It's been 20 years or 16 years.
And how did that picture so the picture was of Sam in the locket, right? How Pat don't know? Pat never seen that locket before to tell her that that's not Starman.
No, he did.
Everything is just so. Every picture, the mother never took any pictures of her husband. She has no pictures of her wedding day. It's only at one picture in the locket. She never showed the father.
You never showed your daughter.
Never.
Never. Wait a minute. It was so easy after all this time for Barbara. Like, I guess he responded to the one message.
The one
Message.
Because also he was already on his way to town because he needed that money. So she just happened to email him as he was on the interstate on his way.
And also, it took for Pat and all this kerfuffle and all this craziness for you to reach out to the father. Like, come on now.
That's how I'm like, I don't know. But Pat punched the shit out of him. That's what we getting to. Because Pat was
and keep in mind, the father's never been to this new house. Remember, they moved. They moved to Nebraska. So in the email, did she say, if you want to visit, here's our address by chance?
Doing here? What are you doing here, Sam? He was like, I got your email. And I'm like, huh? You got an email and you got on a bus?
But you know what? I'm hoping that this is the wake-up call, that the kick in the butt that Courtney needed for her to be like, okay, I can't be a kid no more. I need to grow the hell up and take all this stuff seriously. I got a loser for a dad. Starman ain't my dad when I thought he was. Like, maybe this is like kind of the kick in the butt she needs to kind of mature a little bit more and stop being bratty and doing whatever. Like, I don't know. I felt like I didn't feel bad for her. What was happening?
No, I didn't.
I was like, whatever, Courtney, you know what I mean? Her dad just strolled in and, you know, he a loser and stuff like that. I really didn't feel bad for her, but maybe this is like the wake-up call for her.
Right, because also the cosmic staff, like once she discovers Sam's not her father, she loses all faith in herself, right? And the cosmic staff is like, nah, girl, I don't want to work for you no more.
You ain't the one. The staff is like, you ain't the one, girl.
We ain't here. I'm not feeling you. I'm not feeling
you. The cosmic staff was like, I go out on missions on my own anyway.
Yeah. Detective Dog.
Hold on. Are we keeping you from something? Did you get
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying not. See, Brian is revealing. I was trying not to say anything, but I have a cramp and it's killing me. And so I'm trying to hold my composure, but it's just like I'm trying to stretch it out.
He's trying to leave. He's like
Like,
Larita, he's like this.
Wrap it up.
I have a cramp in my stomach, and it's like it won't go down.
Stretch it out. Stretch it out.
I'm trying to stretch, but continue. Go.
All right. So Courtney has had like a, she learns that the Starman's not her father, so she's like telling the rest of the crew like, "Yo, I'm not StarGirl. Starman's not my father. I put you all in danger."
It's like I ain't shit.
Basically,
I ain't shit.
But the thing is that I felt like she needed to know Starman wasn't her father, and this needed to happen because she was too confident and cocky.
Knock her down a couple of pegs.
Right. She needed the kick in the butt to like mature and like start to really, soul search and be a better person and not bratty. She needed that. She needed to realize, oh, that's my dad. He ain't shit. I ain't shit. Oh, wait a minute. I am shit. I'm good. I am this. You know what I mean? Like she needed that awakening. And
she needed the pep talk from her team because Beth and Yolanda was like, but we wasn't.
Right.
We wasn't, I wasn't, what's his name? What's Beth's person that gets escaping me right now?
Oh, Midnight? Dr. Midnight?
I wasn't Dr. Midnight, like, but now I am because of you.
He's not my father.
Right.
And I loved that one scene. I really did, because I was just like, yeah, you can come into your greatness in other ways. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that the kids were like, hey, well, Dr. Midnight's not my dad. I'm not related to him. And I was like, yes, start maturing, kids. Start like, really thinking it through.
I felt bad for the mom because that scene when she was going up the stairs, because she was feeling, woe is me on herself, I should say. And then she turned to Pat and asked for Pat to come upstairs and talk. I mean, I get it, but at the same point in time, it's just like, here's the mother. She's still trying to reach out to you and connect with you, and you still are pulling Pat into your equation versus for comfort and to have some sort of, I don't know.
Well, yeah, and because she's been doing that all along. It may change later. Now that her mom is being pulled in, and now that her mom's going to be a part of it,
Yeah,
but that's mothers and daughters, though. Like she's even though Pat's not a biological, I saw it as daddy's girl. Like
she's used to, she's like, nah, that's
mothers and daughters are enemies.
Right, and remember at the beginning, Barbara was trying to solidify herself in the office, so she was working and traveling, and Pat was at the house.
And Pat was like, I gotta talk to you. Oh, I'm busy.
She's always busy.
I'm busy.
That's why she don't know what's going on.
She only got time for Jordan.
She sure did.
Well,
can I tell you who I really felt bad for though? Was the little boy, Mike.
Yeah.
Because once again, he's on the outside looking in.
Yes.
And everybody puts him on the outside, and they're doing it because he's a kid. And here he is. He's like, yo, I'm part of the family, but they're not treating him like he's part of the family because now everybody has a secret, and it's all to protect him. But he doesn't see it that way because the way they're talking, like Pat screamed on him, and he's just trying to find out. Yeah. He's just trying to find out, yo, what's going on? Like, are y'all getting a divorce? Is she leaving? Are we leaving? Like, what's happening? Because this family that last week was so solid and so bonded together, it's broken now. And I don't know what's going on because nobody's telling me anything. So I felt really bad for him because and that's why I feel like something will happen to him. I just don't think he's going to get killed, but I think something will happen to him.
All right, let's talk about Justin. We learn more about Justin, the Shining Knight, and his sword, Excalibur. He's part of the 7 soldiers of victory, right? So he shows up. They start the episode off with like a flashback with Justin, and he's talking what this farmer thinks is gibberish, right? Then he goes and remembers Stripesy. Stripesy can help me. So he shows up at the garage with Excalibur, and Pat is there with Beth and Rick, and Stripesy starts seeing like these visions like that. I'm not sorry, not Stripesy. The Shining Knight starts seeing these visions, thinking that Pat and Rick and Beth are Dr. Ito and the zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so we learn about about Justin and how he got to Blue Valley, and he says he's following the dragon, and that he fell and was captured, and they stole his identity, and that he fears they would do it to them all. What do you think he's alluding to?
Who, the Shining Knight?
Yeah, when he said that, like he said, they stole his identity, and he was captured. He followed the dragon. What do you think? What do you think he's talking about? I have my own.
I think it's the process in which the Dragon King has all his henchmen. That he does something to them where they're zombified. And when the janitor saw his reflection in the mirror and saw himself as a zombie or a henchman, I think it's some kind of procedure that he went looking for him. They found him, captured him, maybe tried to do something. He got away and then became a janitor or whatever. But I think with him, he's starting to get his memory back. And, so I think it's something to do with Dr. Ito. Ito? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to agree with Sydney. And for those that are listening that don't know who Justin is a janitor at the school that all the kids go to. But yeah, I agree with you, Sydney. I think that it's something's messing with their mind where he feels as though he sees this like evil sort of thing going on. It's some sort of like dream sequence that's in their mind that he has to get out of.
So at the office, Brainwave tells Jordan that Courtney is StarGirl, and he wants to kill her and Pat, right?
Boom.
He also reveals that he may have absorbed Henry's powers. So instead of reprogramming 6 states, he can reprogram half the country.
So now Henry's officially dead.
Yeah, he ain't coming back, Sid.
He ain't coming back.
Right. But I was surprised. Like at first, Jordan didn't want Brainwave to do anything because he says it'll crush Barbara.
Because he likes Barbara.
He ain't getting none yet.
He ain't getting none. Yeah.
He's like, let me get some peace. I haven't had my wife. This is the first little piece I see, and you want to kill her off?
Right.
Let me get that first.
She's blonde. She's pretty.
Let me smash it first, and then you can kill her.
We be like Brad and Angelina up in this bitch.
There he go.
But Jordan then does some snooping. He's like, yo, I need to get in the computer. And he sees that she's been like searching Starman, and he's like, kill them all.
Okay. Hold on for a second. At our jobs, can they do that? Can they tap into our computer?
No, the gambler. Remember, the gambler is a techie.
Yeah, but to answer the question, it's not your computer. The company.
It's not. The company owns it and everything on there. Yes, they can tap into your joint and see what you're doing. So, Brian,
after stuff that I deleted.
It's
never deleted.
It's in your folder.
Yeah, but the computer was locked. They don't know our passwords. Well, they're not supposed to know our passwords.
They can find it out.
Brian, the gambler, he's a techie. He bypassed all of that.
But Sid,
that's right. He called
But Sid, I'm just going to say something. Most companies install a backdoor on your computer so that if they wanted to lock you out, they can.
They can.
So you have a little password so that other people besides their IT people can get into the computer. I'm just going to tell you, it's not your computer; it's a company computer. So that computer
and files and websites are never deleted.
Say it again. They're never deleted.
They're never deleted.
That's unless you're a cybersecurity expert.
That's right.
I gotta take the porn sites off my computer.
Yeah, you better figure it out, Brian. Figure it out.
Act.
On your work computer? Shame on you.
Joking.
Shame on you.
Joking.
Shame on you.
Hey, you gotta have a break sometime. You gotta have a
Are you
break in the middle of the
On your work computer?
Of course, I'm joking.
He's joking. He's joking.
Is he though?
I want to get back. I want to get back to what you said about Mike and something happening to him, because Jordan made it a point to say, "And I want you to kill them all."
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
He's out of here.
I don't want no.
He's out of here.
That doesn't mean he's gonna die.
We need how many more episodes we got? Maybe 2?
You keep asking that. I don't
Right.
know.
And so just think of it. We need another dramatic scene
Yes.
within the next 2 episodes.
That
They
doesn't
can't
mean
just
death.
that's all they do is kill people on this show.
Yeah.
They killed Henry.
They killed two
Yeah.
people.
Okay. Let's
No.
Oh yeah, they killed more than 2.
Yes.
quite a few people,
Yes.
and they killed a lot of
Yes. There's almost a death episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? What do you think was behind the cosmic staff? Initially, it wasn't working for Courtney. Then later, it comes like alive, stronger, and brighter than ever before.
Soul searching. I think she needed to be grounded and find something within her soul to reinvigorate the staff again.
I feel like they're remixing. I feel like as the show is going on, they're trying to figure out themselves what the staff is. And I think each of them, they're like, oh, let's just add this person out. Let's add this. I don't think they're clear.
I don't know. For me, I felt like I kind of agree with Brian. Like Courtney had lost confidence in herself. The only reason why she had confidence initially was because she thought she was Starman's daughter. She thought she was elect.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why she thought she had confidence. So I guess maybe the cosmic staff was like, all right, I'm gonna roll with you for a little bit on that.
Mm-hmm.
But then once she found out that Starman wasn't her father, she was like, oh, I shouldn't do
lost
this.
her confidence. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if the only reason why you did this was because you thought Starman was your father, like
it ain't a good reason.
Yeah,
it's not a reason.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be in it for the cause, for good. You want to help people. So once she finds out that he's not her father and she gets her confidence, you know, she's like, okay, let's go downstairs. And I feel like the staff is more powerful now because she is owning who she is.
She became StarGirl in this episode officially.
Yes.
Like she put it on the mantle.
Yeah. We always said in the past when we were reviewing the show that if the staff chose her because she was the daughter, then that's one thing. But all of us kind of said if it wasn't that, it was because it was wielded to her or willed to her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Remember the original Starman said he's like, not you, Pat. Somebody with this quality, that quality, this quality. So when the staff was introduced, it saw that this person, sort of like the Green Lantern lore, when the ring chooses someone with willpower, the staff probably chose a person with the qualities. And so it's like,
or
boom.
Thor with the hammer. Yeah.
There you go.
Like Thor.
Yeah.
So what do you think Justin means? Like he sees Courtney with the staff and he says, our queen is arisen.
Well, he's from the medieval time, so he thinks in terms of king and queen. So, you know, and maybe it gave us insight into where the staff came from. I don't know, because we're in new territory here.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe our leader, you know, I don't know, because she was kind of like a leader because he saw her before because he saved her life.
Yeah.
Well, she was fighting Cindy.
Mm-hmm.
So
and he had the vision of the staff in the previous episodes.
Yes, that's right.
So we don't know his connection to the staff.
Right. Okay, so the episode ends with the clock counting down to the launch of Project New America.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Episode number what's
11, I think. This is 11.
12. Episode 12 is next.
Yeah.
So then there's probably 2 more episodes left. There's 12 and probably 13. Yeah.
Episode 12 is next. Okay, all right. Let's end by rating this episode. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I like the episode, but episode 10 for me was more emotional and shocking. Not that I should be comparing episodes, but I thought this episode was good. It tied up, like you said, some loose ends, but I give it a 4. What do you give it, Lydia?
I give it a 4.5 because the whole, y'all were talking about Justin and everything. I don't know. I faded out with that whole scene. They was talking and explaining medieval.
Lydia is good. Lydia is good for a good fade out.
I faded out. I started cleaning, whatever, came back. He was holding the sword. He said, "Hey, Queen." And I said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, 4.5.
That's a good rating for a fade out.
I know. I'm like, I watched the whole thing.
I thought it was like 4.5 for a fade out.
Wow. Okay.
Because it was a small fade out. It wasn't like the whole show.
All right.
That was one scene.
What you give it, Brian?
I'll give it a 3.5. The father thing, the janitor, 3.5. My three goes to my satisfaction of getting that little brat.
You know what? I can't with you. All right, Sid.
Okay, I think for me, I'm gonna give it a 3. It was a really slow episode, and I just want to also point out that this episode was written and directed by Jeff Johns, who is the producer of the show, but he's also the creator. He's a huge writer producer within DC Comics, and he's the creator of StarGirl. He created this character off of his sister. His sister passed away, his little sister, and he created this character, which her name is Courtney in real life. And he created this character as an homage to his sister. And so he
made me feel bad.
He wrote and directed this episode, and so I just expected more.
Okay,
like it was a little bit quiet for me, and so that's why I gave it a 3.
Okay,
no, but we're calling the girl a little black brat for an hour. Now he goes with this story. I had to feel like an idiot.
I had to save that to introduce that later so that Brian can feel its way.
Shady. Hey, Sid, before we close out, can you tell the folks who are still watching what to expect on Sunday?
Oh, so Sunday, I think we just made the decision. If I'm correct, you guys, we're going to be doing The Shy. I guess we did. We're going to be doing The Shy and possibly, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're going to be doing The Shy and something else. How about that?
Yeah.
So we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please share the recorded watch party video with your friends. Share it on your page and join us on Sunday at 10
o'clock.
Yes, join us on Sunday at 10. And thank you for joining us tonight. We are out. Watch party.
Peace, y'all.